When one thinks of leopards, one thinks of Africa, a beautiful golden coat with smaller brown spots. Sometimes people might even think of snow leopards and their snow white coat. However, people often forget about another type of leopard, one that's so rare that people never seem to think about it: the Amur leopard. This leopard is currently the most endangered wild cat in existence. Living in the mountains of Russia, their location also isolates them from human contact and awareness. This leopard lives a harsh life of solitude and endurance, having to endure the cold and harsh flurry of Russia, the lack of food and hunting of hunters. The story of the Amur leopard's struggle to survive is one filled with sadness and willpower. The Amur leopard is known to live in very secluded environments, such as eastern Russia, specifically the southern third of Primorsky Krai. It has also been spotted in North China and the Korean peninsula. The leopard is a solitary creature. Very rarely have they been seen in groups more than 3. There are usually a mother and her cubs, or a male or female mating. Males are most common, as they have the largest local territories of 400 square kilometers, while females only have about 40 to 100 square kilometers. They live in the snowy mountains and eroded leafed forests, all of which is full of snow throughout most of the year. However, they must stay within a certain way south, as they are small cats, and if the snow is too deep, they could get stuck and starve or freeze to death. Their food is also very rare, usually silk or roe deer, among other small mammals. They must scale down the mountain, hunt their prey, and then bring it all the way up to the mountain to their dens. The most endangered wild cat in the world, with around 100 members of their species, and it is only that this year that they reached the triple digits. Their population is still critically low, however, and a few years ago, according to the documentary Planet Earth 2 by David Attenborough, there were as few as 35 in existence.
There are only 40 Amur leopards left in the wild, and that number is still falling. The harshness of the winter here hinders their increase in numbers. It takes one of these females longer to raise her young to independence than it does a leopard in Africa. If the mother can sustain her cub for a few more weeks, spring will bring an increase in prey and her task will lighten.
While in captivity, they have been known to live for around 20 years, not very long, but in the wild, they live up to even less, only 10 before dying. The reason that they are struggling is the loss of their habitat, such as developments as gas pipes, road networks, and coal extraction are slowly removing the habitat of this cat, causing them to move further away from their territories and closer to the worst conditions that cause their suffering. But the most dangerous threat to this wildcat are wildfires. While natural ones are rare in this part of Russia, human-caused fires are creating savannas and grasslands, which, contrary to the belief on wild cats, is not suitable habitat for these species. Also being poached, their skin and bones are poached by Russian hunters. They are also hunted to allow the deer to be hunted for themselves, keeping the competition away. This is usually done by rich Russians and poor villagers who don't know any better. On a slightly side note, they are also hunted and rivaled by even bigger predators, such as the tiger. Inbreeding and medical issues also cause this leopard to struggle to survive. Biomedical analysis conducted by WCS for 3 leopards in 2006 and 7 indicated initial evidence of potential inbreeding-associated health problems, such as heart murmurs, abnormal sperm production, among other diseases. These leopards are struggling to stay alive, and while they are on the rise, they still require our help. There are many organizations trying to help them, such as the WWF and the WCS Russia, all of whom wish to keep this magnificent creature alive.